use your finger to help you follow. Oh, there you go.
Duck is hippo. Duck is hippos.
Hippo's pal. So do you know what that means?
Yes. Hop.
What does it mean?
Puppy.
Okay, yeah.
Hippo and duck see a big egg. Is the egg is the this egg. Big eggs.
These are bears. I'm bringing them back.
So what's that first letter?
D.
Close.
D.
Good job. Yeah, B and D, they're kind of, yeah, you might want to trick her to know B and D. Do you want to put her in the bedroom now, or?
Do you want to watch something?
Egg.
You want to watch a show?
Hippo? No. It's too big. This egg has no mom. See, this duck, I will sit on it. Duck is it. Still ticking, tick, 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 tick. It's the egg, said Hippo. Wait, you said Hippo. I am tick-tock. I'm tick-tock. I'm tick-tock. My mom? No, said Hippo.
Okay.
Let's look for Tick-Tock's mom, said Duck.
Look, try this one.
Said Duck.
Do you see, so when you say said, I hear and feel a duh. Do you see a
No.
Right. So I'm trying again. You're close. If you know, just you know what you do when you're not sure. You know what you can say?
Said
Lifeline. Say lifeline.
Jack. Jack.
That's okay.
Said Duck.
Says.
Says.
It's a weird word.
Says.
Yeah, it's not. It's what
Duck.
we would call not a fair word.
Look, said Hippo. Says Hippo. It's TikTok's mom.
Try that one again.
Wait, where's Blake? Cece, I think I hear them. Wait a minute. Hey!
Brett might be running in and out in here pretty soon.
Video! What are you doing?
Oh yeah, wave to the video. Say hi, Laura.
Oh my gosh, that was so
Sorry, I snuck it in there because you were reading and I thought it'd be cool to record you reading.
Waylon notices
Yeah.
everything.
Can you delete this video, please?
Waylon?
So let me tell you about it. Can I tell you about it? You know how, you might not know this, but I've been learning and training to teach kids just like you for almost 2 years. And I am this close to being certified. Do you know what it means to be certified? It means it'll make me basically like a professional, like a pro, like I know what I'm doing, right? And so in order to be certified, I have to record a few of my tutoring sessions and then send them to Laura, who's the head honcho.
Hello, Laura.
Yeah, say, hey, Laura, and then she'll watch them and decide if I'm a good tutor or not. Do you think she'll say I'm a good tutor?
I think she'll say you're the best in the world.
The best in the world. Even better. I like that.
I did my homework, by the way.
Oh,
so those
cool.
cutouts are put together in there.
I saw that. That's
Okay.
awesome. And did you read those 2 pages?
I read those 2 pages. I wasn't sure if that's
I
like stuff I need to do with him or you or both.
Both. So
Okay.
I'll basically be teaching it to both of you. And then there's a switch on there somewhere.
TikTok's mom.
And then we'll be and then you'll be doing the practice with him. So practice will
Okay.
somewhat start this week or next week.
Okay.
And so yeah, and this is when it'll start to get a little trickier.
Okay.
So Waylon, come
Bye.
here. All right, leave it alone, Waylon.
Bye. Bye.
All right, come sit down, Waylon. If it's distracting, don't turn it off, sweetie.
Don't call me sweetie.
Then listen to me, and then I won't call you. I'll call you sweetie when you're not listening. How about that? Maybe that's not
Even though
respectful.
you're not saying sweet when you're not.
All right, so Waylon, come sit with me. I want to talk to you about a couple things. So can you put that down so it's not distracting? Good job. So a couple things. Do you remember? What some of the things we learned last week? We learned about beats on the body.
Yes.
And before we learned about the brain.
Yes.
And then we learned about the word triangle. You want to show me your triangle?
Yes, we did.
Show me your triangle. Good job. I'm having the little kids do that, but we'll see if that helps you too. Okay, and then I just want to remind you also of our little rules. Remember, what's the first one?
Try your hardest.
Good job.
2. Play.
Pay
Pay.
attention. That's a good
Oh,
one.
what was like pay?
Play.
Like
We're-
Redden calls her blanket bay. To get it.
Yeah, I know it's pay attention. And then remember the last don't
Don't
give
give up.
And
Good
don't
job.
get up.
and don't get up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there I break the rule.
So sit down. Okay, and then something else I want to talk to you about before we really get started is sometimes that rule, pay attention, sometimes that's really hard, right? And so can I tell you something? So look at my eyes. Did you know that when you look at somebody's eyes when they're talking to you, then they know you're listening and it also helps you to listen? Okay. So also, you know how when we're hanging out outside, you're hanging out with Blaze and you like to tell me stories and tell me all kinds of cool stuff that you know. You know a lot of cool stuff, right, Waylon? Let me tell you something. I love it when you tell me all those sorts of things. But, here's the big but. You ready? When we're working here and I'm your teacher, I want us to just try to stay focused. I want you to save your stories for when I'm not your teacher, okay? And so if you think of something that you want to tell me, I want us to try and, can you do this with me? Right? This will be our sign for focus. My first time trying this.
That's good.
We'll see.
Just like when doing yoga, Waylon.
Exactly.
Come to center.
Yep. Come to center. That's right. And focus. Okay. And also I want to be teaching you how to help yourself to focus. So different strategies you can use to help yourself focus. So I'm sure you've maybe done this with your mom. Mindfulness. I know for being 7 that might be tough.
Hard, but we try.
You try. I had to learn mindfulness too. Do you know what mindfulness is? Are you getting bored?
No, I'm tired.
Are you tired? So mindfulness helps us. So actually Brett does this. When he does yoga, he does this. So when his thoughts or our thoughts are kind of, the other thing we call it squirrel brain. You know why we call it squirrel brain?
Why?
Because squirrels are kind of twitchy and they're like, oh, I do have one more chair we could get. I think it's the squeaky one though. I sounded all of them to figure out which one was squeaky. So Brett and I call it squirrel brain, where it's like, oh, you think of this and then you think of that and then, oh, you thought of that, and it's just like your brain is like all over the place. And we kind of make fun of each other for having squirrel brain, because everyone has that sometimes. And so mindfulness, what Brett does, and I thought about trying to teach you this, but maybe be better if he was here one day and tried it with you. What he does, so he does yoga to stretch out his back, but he also does this sort of a meditation. And he does a meditation where he describes, like, imagine a river. You know what a river looks like a really big river. And then imagine all of your squirrel brain thoughts, maybe your worries, maybe things that are just on your mind. Imagine them floating down the river and just letting them go.
What is that kid sound out there?
I don't know. But remember, so imagine that river and let that kid sound float down the river. Okay? Okay. So the first thing we need to do today is kind of review what we did last week.
Well,
So honey, I'm teaching, so try to
No, I'll be in and out.
be inconspicuous.
Just pretend like I'm not here.
Actually, do you have 1 second? I was just describing to Waylon the meditation that you do with the river.
Yeah.
writing your thoughts. Do you have 1 minute to give them a quick
Yeah.
to talk about that?
You want me to tell you about how I meditate, Waylon?
Or are you done one?
To help with squirrel brain.
Yeah, I squirrel brain, yeah.
I learned this when I was working in an inpatient center for adolescent boys with co-occurring disorders.
That's a lot of big words.
Yeah. So what that was is boys that were living in basically like a group home. A lot of them didn't have mommy and daddies, and they were wards of the state, and we were helping them. But we would have people that came in and would meditate with us. And what we would do is we would all sit in a comfortable chair or on the floor, whatever was comfortable, and you would put on some relaxing, like sounds of water flowing or like a monk music where it's just really faint background noise that's relaxing. And you would imagine in your mind's eye a river flowing down, a valley, let's say. And you see the river in your mind's eye. And as you have a thought that pops into your mind, like, I'm worried about, I'm worried about someone stealing my toy, or I'm worried about my bike tires are worn out, or, you have these thoughts that come through your mind, and you don't want them to be there sometimes. So what you can do is imagine that thought as a leaf floating down the river.
Oh, it's a leaf, yeah.
Or a stick floating down the river. And what you do is you say, okay, here's this thought. I'm recognizing that I'm having a thought, and I'm going to let it just drift on past my consciousness and out of sight, on down the river. And if you use that mental imagery of a river and things flowing down the river, it can be helpful to recognize what you're thinking, but not to focus on it too much and just let it go. And as you do this and practice this, you can begin to control your thought stream and what actually comes through your mind, and being able to recognize it and then not have it take up all of your focus and just let it go. And it's just a meditation practice that many people use to calm themselves down, to concentrate on their breathing, breath coming in and breath coming out.
This is Brett.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi, Brett.
Oh, say hi to the camera.
Oh. Hi.
You got it, Waylon? What do you think?
Yes.
For that. It can take it's a skill that you have to practice and practice and practice. But it's something to think about.
We should help.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Okay, so let's do, remember beats on the body? Mhm.
What?
Beats on the body, remember it?
Beats.
Beats on the body. So let's take some big words.
I already ate beats.
Beats as in tension.
Okay.
So then, but instead of clapping, we put it on our bodies. You want to do it with me? Remember?
Attention.
Good job. Now put it on your body.
Attention.
So we start in our tension.
Attention.
Good job. Now can you think of another big word and try it? I see a big word on one of the books over there.
I
You ready?
know one.
Nutritional. That's a big one.
Crap.
Waylon. Every time you come here, you say stuff like that. You just want to get attention from her. Don't say those things.
Stupid
Okay.
head.
Waylon.
Well, and you're also not doing it right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
You want to do a funny?
climbing wall.
Good. Yeah, you did that right.
Wait, what's Elmo the
Climbing
musical?
wall.
Can I tell you something?
No, what is
Let me
Elmo
t-
the musical?
Listen, if you want to get your teacher's attention, instead of saying potty words, listen and do what she's telling you to
Okay.
do. That's what's going to get her attention.
Does that make sense?
Why is Elmo on back there?
Well, I can turn it off if it's going to
Okay,
distract
just why
you.
is Elmo on back
Oh, it
So
was for Reading.
for Reading to watch.
there?
Now she wants to come out here with us. Reading, do you want to try beats on the body? Ready? Reading. And there's Sylvia. Come on.
Hey, Sylvia.
All right.
What's up, little lady?
You know how you noticed at the end of one of those sentences there was an X? Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, we should have. So do Do you know the difference when you all right, we'll come back to beats on the body. I want something I want to show you. So do you notice you know what that is?
Pig wig.
Or do you, well, so that's a period, right?
Yes. Pig wig.
So we
Pig wig. Cat.
good job.
Okay.
Good job. So I remember you noticed that and you thought it was an eye.
Yeah, we're going to try something.
Well, let's focus on what I'm trying to teach you. Okay, you ready? So that's a period. That is an exclamation point, right? So these are different ways you end a sentence. And what can I show you? Can I demonstrate? Mm-hmm.
Like,
And then a question mark, right?
Pig wig set. Pig wig set. That's not.
I'm going to try something. So this is a period. You end a sentence in a period when you're just making a statement, when you're saying something.
These things. Can I show you?
Wait, let me focus on what I'm teaching you first.
Hey, I was going to do that same exact thing.
Oh, good. So you do know it. So period, exclamation point, question mark, right?
Yes, I want to do
You
it.
want to see the difference? Here, wait 1 second. I'm going to show you the
Because I knew the difference. So this means the end of the word, and this means like,
end of the sentence.
and this means like, say it louder, like, reading.
Yep.
Or, and then this thing means like, dog. This is like, Brittany.
You got it. You got it.
I don't want her to draw.
Oh, yeah. And then there's,
Do you have scrap paper?
yeah, or, let me
Or instead, you can just do it like this if you want.
Let's draw down here on this table.
Come on. Here you go. And then these are like worksheets. I don't know if, I'm sure that she's not into that, but you can use whatever you want.
Or you can just do it this way. If you want, you can just do it this way.
Right. So you want to, why is it important why is that important?
Why is what important?
Knowing the difference between all of those.
Here, come sit down right here.
Or knowing why.
Okay.
So let me show you.
Can you see
Sylvia,
this
come here. So watch this, Waylon. Watch Sylvia.
Marga.
You watching? So put it down. I think you're distracted. So watch Sylvia. Okay. Another tutor did this with her dog to demonstrate the difference. Sylvia, let's go to the park. So that's a period. We kind of have her attention. She doesn't really care, right? She's not excited. Sylvia, let's go to the park. Let's go to the park. Yeah. Now she's wagging her tail,
Yeah.
and she's excited. And she's giving me a little more attention, and that's the exclamation point. Sylvia, do you want to go to the park? Do you want to go to the park, Sylvia? Look.
Me. Sylvia, let's go to the park.
Yeah.
Let's go to the park. Come
Yeah.
on.
Poor Sylvia. You want to go to the park?
I'm just kidding, Sylvia. We're not going to the park.
Sorry, Sylvia.
Okay. So distracting. So let's put this away.
Hey, Mom. We go to the park.
Later.
Okay. So now I'm gonna. So we did beats on the body. Let's do a couple more. Ready? Do it with me. Let's do Waylon.
Or this one, Cheek Squeak. That's actually a name.
There you go.
There's this show
Thank
called
you.
a yokai. Let's watch that. Okay, and there's like a
All right,
name
remember?
of somebody called
Someone-
Cheek Squeak.
Okay. So remember, when I do this, that means you're getting a little off track, and you need to focus. Let's try.
I have an idea. Whisper.
Good job.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Show.
Good job. Okay. Do a couple more. Can you think of any more?
Alligator.
Right. So you go up to your head.
Alligator.
Good job. Good job. Waylon.
I have an idea.
Like this.
Waylon Deal.
Your name is two. So Waylon
Hello?
Beal. I know it's distracting. I'm just
I
gonna
have
get
an
it
idea.
soon.
How about
One more.
Elmo?
Good
I
job.
think it's two. I have an idea.
Can I tell you what I just noticed?
Orange juice.
Good job. Can I tell you what I noticed when you did that? First you made it 3, and then you did what's called, you self-corrected. That means you caught your mistake and you fixed it. That is so good and so important.
I have an idea.
Oh, you want me to draw on my own
Did
paper?
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Is your idea related to what we're doing right now?
Yes. this is kind of weird that I'm gonna say something, and it's kind of off track. Video games.
Good job. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to be a certain kind of scientist.
Oh, I have an idea.
So let's focus. I'm going to teach you something new now. Are you ready?
No, I have an idea.
Not,
Waylon?
Magazine.
good job. Okay, so let's focus. So do this with me. Focus. Good job. Perfect. So what? I'm going to show you a cool video. We'll pause the phone and I'll show you a cool video. So what? I'm going to teach you how to be a certain kind of scientist right now. Most people don't learn what I'm going to teach you until they're in college. And then I'm going to teach it to you. You think you could do it?
Okay.
Think you could do what a college age kid could do?
I guess.
I think you can. You know what I'm going to teach you? You know what it's called? Careful, put this down. I'm getting distracted. Try and focus. So look at my eyes. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to be a linguist. You know what a linguist is? A linguist is a scientist who studies basically how people talk and how our mouths work, how our mouths make sounds, how our tongues work, and our noses and our throats and your teeth and your lips and everything that helps you to make sounds. What do you think?
Cool.
No, because I don't think it's going to be related to what you're doing.
Okay, I just
So
need
let's
to tell you
focus.
something about.
You-
I guess it's about that.
When I'm not your teacher, you can tell me whatever you want. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to show you a cool
How
video
about
now.
after we're done?
After we're done. Deal.
Deal.
Okay.
We didn't make a deal.
So Waylon, listen, there's several, I'm going to turn the video on in a second. I'm going to keep recording for a second. So there's several ways that our mouths work together to make sounds. Can I tell you those 3 ways?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Waylon, don't get distracted. I know it's distracting, sweetie. It's my fault.
Don't call me sweetie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always forget. It's just a habit. It's just a habit. I don't mean it.
Wait, do you like when I call him sweetie?
Really? No way.
Yeah. He says to call him Big Daddy.
That's new. That's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think he's told us that a couple times. Oh my
I
gosh.
think
Okay.
it's because I'm a big boy and I'm his friend.
Probably. So, okay. So pay attention. Oh, dang it. Sorry. I just want to tell you one more thing before I show you the video. So here we go. So there are 3 different ways or 3 different things we take into consideration when we're thinking about how our mouths make sounds. Can I show you? So the first one is called place. So think about, place is where in your mouth the sound is being made. That makes sense? Okay, I'm going to turn it off if it's distracting. 3 considerations we think about. So sit down on your bottom, please. That helps you to focus. So the first one is place. So essentially, so look at my eyes. So essentially where the place in your mouth that the sound is being made. So go like this. Now plug. Okay, now do the same thing and plug your nose. Can you make that sound without your nose?
No.
That means the air is coming out of your nose.
I also feel that sometimes.
Does that make sense?
I can feel that right now.
So okay, sit down. Now go like this. Now make the sound. Take your lips. Like that. Now try and say You can't.
Yeah, because you have to close your mouth.
Exactly. You see? And this, our mouths, is going to be our laboratory. This is like.
Now I'm doing it.
All right. Oh, you're actually seeing a different sound.
Yeah.
So listen, you know how, okay, take a break from that. I know you got it. So you know how a scientist has a laboratory with chemicals and burners and all kinds of stuff, right? Our laboratories are right here. Isn't that cool? I think so. So this is what we're going to use to help us be linguists. That sound cool? Okay, so let's watch our video.
All right, Waylon, that's
Okay.
a little loud.
Okay, Waylon, you ready? So why don't you scoot over a little bit? You stand up? Okay, so I'm gonna teach you a couple of things really quick. I really want you to pay attention and focus, okay? So, okay. So place is where in your mouth the sound is being made. What part of your mouth needs to work to make that sound, right? So when we say, what part of your mouth is working? What part of your mouth is at work? What do you think? Lips? But could you make that sound without your lips?
No, my mouth.
Which part of your mouth? Tongue, your lips, your teeth, your...
My teeth. Do they have to open?
Well, they do. Yeah, there's lots of things that work. But could you make the sound with your lips apart? Right.
And also, the other thing is nose.
Yeah, your nose is working too. We'll get there.
What time is Blaze coming back?
Focus.
Okay, can you tell me?
No, not right now, because it's not really what we're doing right now, okay?
Okay.
So, place is where in your mouth the sound is being made. Make sense? So I have a question for you. At your house, where do you sit down to eat?
Where?
What place?
The table.
The table. Where do you go to bed?
The bed.
The bed. So it's the same thing. So there's different places in your mouth that work to make sounds. And so when we say, so make sure your eyes are on me. Make sure, so when we say like the sound, our lips are working. Yeah,
See her later.
We'll see her later. And then manner, mind your manners, Waylon. You know what that means?
My dog.
I don't think I've ever said that to him.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's a little bit old-fashioned. So
What?
mind your manners means to behave, to be polite.
So like when you're sitting at the table and you're chewing with your mouth open, and I say like that's not good manners. Some people say mind your manners.
Like this is good manners.
Those look like very good
Yes,
manners.
there you
Waylon.
go.
Okay, sit down. So sit down and eyes on me. Okay, Waylon, sit down, eyes on me. Where are your eyes? Remember, your eyes are part of the team, so your eyes got to be working to help you learn. So manner is, so mind your manners means to behave, to do things right
It's
now,
so
right?
bad to do this in a restaurant.
So, right. So Waylon, focus on what I'm telling you. So manner, in what we're learning right now, manner is the way the air behaves, the way the air comes out. So remember what you said about your nose? So say, now plug your nose.
Thanks for letting me leave it there. Over here.
You need your nose to
I
say,
see how long I can hold my breath.
so you know what that means? The air, so focus, listen, the air is coming out of your nose. Just like we saw in that video where gosh, now I forgot what he called it. The thing back there that lets the air come up into your nose.
It starts with a V?
Yeah. Vulna, maybe?
I don't know.
I'll have to watch it again.
Did you see how long I hold my breath?
Are you
Look at
focusing? And paying attention? What did I just tell you about?
Hello. You forgot the words.
You are paying attention. See? That's totally normal. But still, I need to know that you're paying attention because that's good manners. Did you know that? So keep your eyes on me and focus on what I'm teaching you.
Of course, my dear ma'am.
Okay, so manner is the way the air moves around in your mouth, in your nose, in your throat, in your teeth, in your lips. Does that make sense? Voice. Here. All right, I'm going to teach you something. Ready? Go. Now go. Buh.
Ba,
Good. Now put your hand on your throat.
ba,
Buh.
ba,
Do you feel the difference?
ba,
Do you feel that?
ba, ba, ba.
Now go. Puh. Don't squeeze. Don't squeeze. All right, you're not listening. I want you to just feel. Do you feel?
Cover your
Yes.
mouth.
Here.
Yes,
This is how we'll do this. Okay. So I'm just going to use this, and if it gets distracting, then I'm not going to, okay?
Can I use the sound for
When we're all done, you can. So I want you to notice something. So this string is pretty tight, right?
Yeah. This one's pretty.
So this one, can you hear it really well? All right, let's try this one.
Yep, I can hear one.
Is it as
but like I could hear this one better. Like I thought what you meant was like they were not the same.
Well, I'm trying to show you the difference between this string that's tight and this string that's really loose.
Yeah, like I could hear the first one better, but they were probably both like the same actual like sound.
Well, you can hear it better because it's lower.
You can hear it better. Yeah.
Because it's tighter. So
Yeah.
your vocal cords, which are in here, are very similar. So when we say b, can you put your hand on your b,
Buh,
b?
buh.
Okay, now say p. So this is like b, and this is like p. You know what we call it?
Pa.
Whispered. Which one do you think is whispered? P or b? Good. It's whispered. So that means our vocal cords are a little more relaxed. They're not as tight. And then what do you think? Which one do you think is buzzy? P or b?
Ba.
Yeah. So feel it on your throat.
Ba.
Good job. So it's just like this. See, this one's tight.
Hey.
You can hear and feel that vibration. This one's really loose. You just don't hear it as much. You know? So it's buzzy and whispered. Does that make sense?
Hello. Make Brittany the best of all your people that work with you.
Okay.
Make her the best.
Thank you, Waylon. Do you know what time it is? Oh no, we have a few more minutes. So this is what I'm teaching. This is how you're going to be a word
Wait, is that
or
fast?
linguist.
Or
Yeah, it is a few minutes fast. Brett made it fast. I need to
oh,
fix
okay,
it.
yeah, it's like 5 minutes fast.
Yeah, drives me crazy. Okay.
Lala, Lala.
Here, I'll get you Lala. Say water. Water.
See, she's great. Oh, she's great. Okay. So now I'm going to teach you. Let's see. Where are we at? The language lab. Place, manner, voice. Okay. I think I'm going to go find one of my beepers. So we're going to take a break. You want to play for just 1 or 2 minutes? Okay.
Well, we're gonna go and hang out at the school, and we'll go with you if we have to.
I'm going to find another copy of my notes real quick.
Remember how nervous you were the first day you went to school? Remember, and everything went fine. Well, we're just gonna try it. Okay. After this, we're gonna get in the car. We're gonna drive over there, and you're gonna see the friends that you've made there. And I think once you start talking to them and playing with them, everything's gonna feel fine. Trust me. Okay? Well, we're gonna go over there. We are. Don't erase that. No, don't erase that. She never does it.
Okay. So I'm getting my notes from when I took the class so that I do this right. And then you might want to do this with us. Maybe not this page, but when we get here. We'll get there. Okay. She doesn't teach about that. We
Want
should-
some help writing?
Okay, so for place, there are 3 places. There is the
Come here, I'll help you.
places where, so it's lip, your lip,
Lip.
the tip of your tongue, good job, and the back of your tongue, good job. So those are the 3 different places, just like you have different places in your home, the 3 different places in your mouth that we use to make sounds. Excuse me. So this is how, so I'm going to show you on this picture, there's 3 places. So there's your lips, just like when we were saying There's the tip of your tongue. Show me the tip of your tongue. Good job. So the tip of your tongue, we use that Yeah, not too much. Well, that's a good example of how you use the tip of your tongue to make a sound. The tip of your tongue, so you may use the tip of our tongue to make, here's another one. See if you do make this sound with me and see if you can tell me which one is whispered and which one is fuzzy. Ready? So the tip of your tongue, you see it? And we go.
And then the other one.
Duh. So you make the sound.
Ta is the white one. And da is the
that one.
High five.
In
You
the
got that.
stroller.
You're a scientist.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I don't want to.
You don't want to be a scientist? Okay, what do you want to be?
I want to be a. I don't know what I want to be. I'm thinking about being part scientist, part builder.
Part what?
Part scientist, part builder, future builder. You know,
Engineer, inventor.
adventure. Jinx.
That wasn't right at the same time.
No, it was.
All right, let me get more water. I have a cough still. Yeah, water.
Okay.
Excuse me. Okay. So lip, tip,
I'll help
back.
you.
You say that with me? Lip,
this
tip,
way back.
back.
Lip tip back.
Yeah, is that a little
Lip tip back.
Exactly. Good job. Okay.
25 max time. 25,000 times the power of 250 is. I said 25,200 times the power of 50.
Okay, so right here, I'm taking these notes for you. Where? So tell me what place is it?
Places? A place?
Like as far as what we're learning.
Oh, forgot.
Think of places in your house,
A place is your house, kind of.
right? So do we have places in our mouths?
No, just kidding. Yes, we do.
All right. What are the different places?
We have that and listen to Brittany.
Gosh, I hate this cough. So are you focusing?
Yes.
Okay. I know I'm a little distracted too, but you're doing a good job.
Lips. Top. Tip. Tongue. Tip. Lip.
Lip.
That says T.
Well, the first one
Lip.
is an O. Lip, tip, goes right,
Lip,
right?
tip,
Back.
back. Lip, tip, back. Hermie's trying to say it.
Okay, I'm going to teach you
Lip, tip, back.
two more things.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to learn
Lip, tip, back.
Now we're going to learn about manner. Do you remember what I told you about manners?
Yes.
Show me your good manners by sitting on your body.
Say lip, tip. Say lip. Say tip.
Oh yeah.
Say
not
back.
that
That one, Brittany. Look. Want to keep drawing over here?
Okay, so the other one is manners. Remember, manner is how the air comes out of your mouth to make the sound, right? So there's a few different types. So in each of these sounds I'm teaching you, they each have a place, a manner, and a voice, meaning they're whispered or buzzy, right? So place and manner are the little more complicated ones. So manner, again, is how the air is coming out of your mouth. So let's say again, and then plug your nose while you say it.
Can you draw it right here? Right there?
So you can't. So where's the air coming out?
Do it right here.
Your nose, exactly. So that's a nose. It's a nose sound. Let's say,
Can you do it
can you do
right here?
Okay, good job. That is a,
Mouth.
we call it a stop. So that because the air comes out, puffs out, I say it puffs, and then it stops.
Bad manners.
Put your feet down.
I said bad manners.
We're all
Always my feet on the table.
Where did I put yours? Here we go. Here we go. So this is a stop. So go. How about this? Put your hand right here. Can you feel it? Not so close. Just a little bit close.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Feel the air?
Yeah.
It's called a stop. Because the air puffs out. Stop. That make sense? Alright, here's another sound. Ready? So put your teeth on top of your bottom lip. Put your front teeth on the your bottom lip. We call that a squeeze. Does that make sense? Alright, so show me a stop. Remember when I showed you? Remember it puffs and it stops? That sounds like a stop. So we go, so here's all, I'm going to show them to you, and then I'll teach you these next week, okay?
Okay.
So we've learned place, manner, and voice is what we learned today, which is good. So we've got, here's our stops, they're all up here. So these, which I'll teach you next week, you've got this folder, are all the different, these are consonant sounds, so you know these are consonant sounds. And these pictures show how your mouth should look when you're making that sound. Does that make sense? So the lips is the place, because it's red. See, and the tip of the tongue is red, so it's the place. The back of the tongue is red. And then this one shows the lips also. And then these are all the stops, because it puffs and it stops.
I know.
So let's just make all the sounds. Ready? Put your hand there so you can feel it. But not too close. Good. No, good. But, so they both, feel that? They both stop.
Yeah.
Whispered and buzzy. This one's duh.
Yeah.
Good job. This one's good.
Yeah.
Good job. I'll skip that one for now. Should have done the whispered first though. And then so that one you don't have to put your hand there because it's not puffing, you don't feel the air. You just feel it on your lip, right? This one's
Just when it ran out of battery.
yeah, we will do that.
Today?
Well, I'm just gonna review them with you. This one isn't all the way filled out.
Is that blue?
And I don't want to make any mistakes, so
Oh, she.
What do you think the blue is?
But
Oh yeah, this one is good job. Yes. Good job. This one's So let's do this one more time. Follow me. I see it. Let's do one at a time. Good job. Does that make sense? Okay. So we will learn more next week. So I'm going to fill out some of the notes for you on your notes, and then that way I can send that home with you. So you guys can stay and play for another minute.